Hey there, friends. Meteorologist Shane Smith here with you. It is Sunday, August 9th, 1986. Happy 40th birthday to me. Hope you all are doing well. Weather today across Kentucky, a little bit stormy in a few areas in southeastern Kentucky. Very hot out in western Kentucky. You can see we've got that heat advisory going for the next couple of days. Out in far western Kentucky, the heat is building. We've got storms firing off to the north. And we're going to be keeping an eye on the northwestern sky for the next couple of days because that is where our weather is going to be coming from. They're going to be coming down from the northwest. We're going to be seeing areas of storms develop. They'll drop from the northwest to the southeast along the periphery of that heat. And as they do so, we're going to introduce storm chances to Kentucky. Heavy rain, gusty winds, intense lightning, maybe even a tornado or two. We'll talk about that here in a second. Right now, though, it is very warm out there. We are still into the mid-70s in southeastern Kentucky as I record this just after 10 o'clock at night. Still into the 80s out in western Kentucky. Tomorrow, another hot day. We are talking upper 80s pretty much statewide. In fact, maybe even going low to mid-90s out in western Kentucky. You factor in the humidity, you're going to be feeling like triple digits from pretty much Bowling Green westward. Eastern Kentucky, we're probably looking low to mid-90s tomorrow. Paintsville, I don't necessarily think you hit 97. I think the GFS a little exaggerating there, but probably some low 90s for you all. Let's go out to the big picture and just kind of show you how things are going to develop over the next couple of days. We mentioned we've got that big area of heat building out into the Midwest. And along the periphery of that heat, you're going to see thunderstorms develop and dive southeast. And you'll notice over the next couple of days, just line after line of thunderstorms rolling in. It's not all day rain any day, but when the storms come in, they could be on the stronger side and could definitely be packing some damaging winds. Tomorrow, the best chance of that going to be in northern Kentucky. Pretty much I-64 points to the north are under a marginal risk. That's a 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. We fast forward to Tuesday, the 11th, a good chunk of the state under a 2 out of 5, a slight risk on the severe weather scale. And honestly, it's not going to surprise me if somewhere in the northeastern part of the state doesn't end up in an enhanced risk on Tuesday. Just some of the early data I'm looking at, this very much looks like it could be a very stereotypical northwest flow during the summertime, could lead to some very gusty winds, very similar to what we saw back in the middle of July. It's a very similar setup to that. A lot of heat and humidity out ahead of those storms as they dive in. Also, because of the heavy rain threat, we do have a excessive rain outlook for Monday for northern Kentucky of a slight risk, marginal risk, pretty much I-65 east. We go to Tuesday. That risk does become a little bit more widespread as we are expecting the potential of several inches of rainfall in isolated locations. Pretty much any storm that goes up over the next 72 hours has the potential to drop 2 to 3 inches of rain in an hour. Those precipitable water values are going to be very high, and you can see over the next 72 hours, the Weather Prediction Center is really focusing in on northern and northeastern Kentucky for the best chance of rainfall. In fact, you can see the 72-hour QPF forecast taking you up around 2 inches of rainfall along the Ohio River and down into the Big Sandy Valley. That is a widespread, just general estimation. Isolated thunderstorms could contain more than that, and that could lead to some isolated, spotty areas of flash flooding. That is something we are going to have to monitor very, very closely as we go into the next 48 hours or so. We've got the HRRR model pulled up here for you. We've got temperatures in the white, feels like temperatures with the color value and the future radar on here. Let's go into Monday morning. We wake up, upper 60s eastern Kentucky, low 70s up into the bluegrass, mid 70s western Kentucky, thunderstorms off to our north. Watch out for some patchy dense fog. And also a lot of kids heading back to school this week. just know that fog may slow down those morning commutes in addition to the buses. So give those buses plenty of space to do their thing. Few spotty showers possible tomorrow morning as those first of those systems dives in, according to the HRRR model. I don't think it's going to be major, but a few storms are out there. Tomorrow afternoon and evening, 4 or 5 o'clock, this is the potential for severe weather tomorrow. And you're going to notice that is mainly north of I-64. Anytime we start to see those pinks show up on the radar reflectivity, that's heavy rain or that's hail. And then, boom, little cell there up into Jackson County at 6 o'clock tomorrow if that future radar is right. Once again, the HRRR not been doing great so far this summer, but this at least gives us an idea of what to possibly expect. And then those storms should die down after sunset. We go back into the 70s overnight, and then Tuesday afternoon, ding ding, round 2, more storms diving in from the north, and that takes us all the way into Wednesday morning and Thursday. So, overall, a pretty active week, and then that goes all the way into Friday. Let's take you on in with the European model. More of those northwest flow storms on Thursday and Friday. And when it's not storming, you're going to see mid-90s and triple-digit heat once again. So we're on the periphery of that heat ridge out to our west. And it's the same story on Saturday. And between now and Saturday, according to the European model, that you're going to see that's a pretty similar forecast to what we saw on that WPC QPF map. Widespread 1 to 2 inches in northern Kentucky, not as much southwestern Kentucky. So southwest Kentucky, you guys are contending with the heat. Northern and eastern Kentucky, thunderstorms and heavy rain is going to be on the agenda for the week ahead. Here in London, 7-day forecast for that weekend is always in view, showing the bulk of the heat is coming earlier in the week. I think we may cool off a little bit towards the end of the week in central and eastern Kentucky. But Western Kentucky, you can expect 90s most of the week. So this is kind of an average, but this gives us an idea of what to expect. You can see pretty much a daily shot of rain out there any given day. We're just going to have to look at the northwest sky and see how those thunderstorms develop. So that is all I have for you this evening. Thank you so much for stopping in. If you like the content, be sure to like, subscribe, follow, turn on notifications on whatever platform you're watching on, and I'll have updates over the next couple of days as these storms develop. So until then, take care, stay weather aware. I'll see you all in the next one.